What is going on, fellow Tenno? Today we are going to be talking a little bit about the quest called the Tempestarii, which you will actually, if you're not at this quest yet, there are spoilers ahead. It is a really fun quest, but it can be difficult if you're not in like a clan with where they researched the parts for the railjack. So if your railjack is as base as it can be, base equipment, base turrets, base mods or no mods, just plain like mine was, this quest is it's gonna kick you so hard. But that's why I am here. So why don't we get started? So real quick, you will actually reach this quest at once you finish the Rising Tide and the Deadlock Protocol. And once you're at master, as long as you're master rank 4 or higher, then you'll receive the inbox message when you start the quest from Cephalon Psi, and you'll get started with the corpus mobilizing towards the void storms and Psi telling you to investigate in your railjack. So without further ado, it is not a main quest. It is in fact a Warframe quest, not even a side quest, because this is how you'll get the Sevagoth blueprint. Like I said before, you'll have to complete the Deadlock Protocol, and in your main quest, you'll have to complete the Rising Tide, which is how you get the railjack. See? Look at that beauty. God, I love railjack. It's one of my favorite game modes. So before we start it, I am going in with my current turrets, so I do have higher stats and I have a crew. But I am going in with no mods. Like my build, it doesn't look like much, especially with the embarrassing empty mod slot. I got lazy with it after a while of formatting because I had to move on to my frames and whatnot because I had some goals I wanted to get to. At some point, maybe I post a build of a good proper build for just general use railjack. I still want to evolve mine to handle some of the higher level missions. There's some missions in the Vale Proxima that absolutely just kicks me. It's a thorn in my side. But we're gonna go in with no mods, so it's at least hopefully somewhat difficult. So I'm hoping I can demonstrate how the quest can be kind of hard, and if not, I'll explain it as we go. But without further ado, Call of the Tempestarii. Alrighty. We have something in our inbox. Hooray. And before we get started, I probably should have showed this first. If you haven't done railjack, once you do Rising Tide, you'll get access to this part of the star chart. There's fewer planets, but you'll get there's plenty, and I mean plenty, of good loot to have in these. There's plenty of good rewards. If you've heard about how good the Epitaph can be, the Epitaph is a great secondary, and you'll actually farm it in one of the Proximas. This is kind of the area I meant when I was telling you, because 54 or 58 doesn't sound like much, but some of these, if I can figure out which one it is. Here we go, 80 to 90. And this is one of the first ones you unlock. And then 90 to 100, 90 to 100, 80, 90. and God knows what those are. So, some of the rewards, if we go over that real quick, we're going to go back to our browser. So, obviously, you're going to get the Sevagoth blueprint from... Okay, I just had to make sure I did that right. I did that a little too smoothly. That took practice, by the way, trying to transition between these two. I could just go edit out that screen, but no. I'm lazy. You see, I'm a small creator. I will learn to do that. I'm not a good editor. Now, yeah, so you'll get Sevagoth from from this quest. You get his parts. From here. Let's just run down the line, shall we? So when you start in the Earth Proxima, if you haven't done any of this, this is why this would be relevant. When you start, you'll start with Earth Proxima, and you'll have a loot pool. Now, you'll want to look for caches in these missions, because this is how you will farm Oberon. His neuroptics and systems come from this. Now, in Voidstorm, this is how you'll get the Epitaph Blueprint and Epitaph Receiver. Now, in Saturn Proxima, this is how you'll get the Oberon Chassis Blueprint. And then you just go in the market and get the Oberon Blueprint for some credits, and you're good to build him. Great frame. He's my main. He's been my main for 10 years. I will always love Oberon. I'm actually so stoked about the rework, if I'm being honest with you. Now, this is also a place where you can get the Epitaph Blueprint Receiver, but also where you can get the barrel. Now, Void Storms are interesting. If you don't know what Void Storms are, if you know when you go to farm relics, when you go to crack a relic, that's... Void Storms are the equivalent. See how now it's skirmish. Void Storms are just the fissures of the Proximas. Now, oh, you couldn't even see what I was doing there. Now, yeah, so I told you how you can farm Oberon and how you can farm the Epitaph. I will be doing a video of the before and after performance of Oberon. I want to test out the rework, see how it works with my current build, and see what I need to change. Who knows, maybe in the rework there's an ability I don't like, which is actually would be mind-blowing, because I actually have loved his kit so much I refused to do any Sub-Zoom. I was actually going to put Roar on him at one point, and then decided not to. Now, in the Veil Proxima, where we're going for this quest, this is where... Oh, enemies, missions... here we go. Caches. So, this is where you can get the Spectra Vandal, which is actually... It's a pretty decent weapon. It's not a weapon I currently have on another account. I got to play with it a little bit. It's not all that bad. And evidently, I'm actually just now learning this. I just now saw this. The Ignis Wraith, apparently you can get from it. Which kind of feels pointless, because they kind of throw the Ignis Wraith in a few different event markets whenever they run a event, you know? And then in Void Storms, see in the Veil, this is how you will get Sevagoth's systems, neuroptics, chassis. And you get the blueprint from the quest. See, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to be able to farm a lot. Now, lastly, I'm actually not sure why I had this one open. Let's find out, shall we? Ah, I remember now. This is how you'll farm the Nautilus, which is a Sentinel. A bit like if the Death Cube, the Taxon, and I guess appearance-wise maybe the Shade Prime all had a baby. And then that baby went to become ship hand or deck hand on a ship. It's weird, but it's Veriglass Prime is extremely volatile. The Sentinel itself has some great abilities. Like it says here, it auto repairs your railjack, but also there's a preset mod that you can put on him that groups enemies together, which if your playstyle is just kind of get everything at once, just large damage, AoE even, I promise you, this is like the first thing I would do. This is literally the first thing I did do. Now I don't know what you get. Apparently, you can get Sebagoth's parts from the Void Storms in here. Not bad. That's really not bad at all. But yeah, there you go. Like, that's... If you want to read in on some of that, it's all Warframe Wiki. If you want to go back in the video and pause, go right ahead. Without further ado, we're going to get back and get started to all this. And these are the Void Storms I mentioned earlier that I failed to show because I didn't click the right thing. Or click anything at all. Wow. Yeah, I'm smart, aren't I? Alrighty. Let's just dive right in. We're all set. I got my main. I got my unmodded railjack with just the railjack parts you get from being in a clan. Why do you have the Simulor? I don't remember giving you the Simulor. Yeah, if you don't have a crew yet, that's a bit of a spoiler. Like I said, spoilers ahead.
Visual confirmation required. Crew, did you see that?
But
Commence salvage. Void storm resurgence probable. Get the lead out.
alrighty, so yeah, it looks like that's going to be pretty easy for me. One of my crew members just shot that down. I have one of my crew members assigned as a gunner. So, but normally these these can be pretty easy. It's just resources.
Corpus salvage team headed for debris field. Sensor glitch is back. Stay sharp. This may not be a bug. Salvage team eliminated.
It's like the end of the week and I'm just now getting stuff for Nightwave. I have not played in like a week. I've been busy. But I'm trying to stay on top of posting on the TikTok, and I will be making more YouTube videos. And I stream every Friday. And I'm going to start streaming every Thursday as well.
Storm imminent.
But
Fortress
Thursday
reinforcements
won't.
imminent. Obligatory withdrawal imminent. This escalated quickly.
I don't like talking over Zephylon's side. I think he's cool as hell.
Captain Vala Glarios. So pleased to meet you. I should have expected tenorats among the flotsam. Sequester that railjack for Parvos.
Gunfight not an option. Isolating escape corridor. Anomaly detected.
Oh, that's a pretty sight.
Phosphine cliffs. That takes me back.
I see you. You.
Oh, I'm ready to Void Storm.
I see you! Contact Parvos Granum immediately! Get me authorization for multiphasic ordnance. Tell him I've found the damned ghost. Evasive. Focus shields.
Isolating escape corridor. All hands, evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, Thursdays won't always be a Warframe stream,
Escape corridor locked.
but
Grab something.
because I was actually thinking about getting into some vintage gaming. So, like, I guess not vintage gaming, but
Captain Glarios knows something about that vessel.
stuff like,
Infiltrate and recover Orokin era naval records.
damn.
Our ghost ship has a name. I want it.
You know, your boy be tired sometimes. Been a long, long week. But yeah, it won't always be a Warframe stream on Thursdays. Just kind of thinking and getting some older Nintendo games actually and streaming. So if you guys have a suggestion, put it down in the comments. I was thinking on starting with maybe Zelda.
Disable all priority targets.
Oh, that's an asteroid. That's an asteroid. Yeah, for Warframe streams, I'll be on Fridays. I'll be typically doing something specific. Right now, the next stream is going to be finishing up a Talus build and talking about the next dev stream coming up. We're going to ignore those other guys, but with if you have a base railjack completely, like I said earlier, you're going to want... Where am I? Where am I? What happened? There we are. You know what? I lost my train of thought that time. I apologize. Oh, we are. My guns are overheated. See, now I kind of remember what I'm talking about. If you have a base railjack, the with just without like the clan railjack parts and whatnot, you're going to have a really hard time with this. You're going to have to learn to evade, which is what the quest kind of wants you to do, is learn how to evade. It very unorthodox. Like, it has a very unorthodox way of teaching you how to do that. Get out of here before we die. Ooh, a new mod. Oh wait, no, that's just one of the ones I usually sell. I passed by the door, didn't I? Yep, there we are.
We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes.
No. Screw your torpedoes. Now don't worry about your railjack dying when you're in here. It's gonna go invincible. See, now it's gray up top on the left. Now it can be best to have a stealth frame, but I have a Kyros Cubrew who has like the stock preset mod on him. He should be turning me invisible. There we go. Well, let's find a console then. No more alarm. We're now invisible. If you'd like to get a Kyros Cubrew, it's really nice. The thing you want to keep in mind is you're only going to be invisible as long as there's an enemy nearby. So don't kill everything with your abilities. And if you fire your gun, you're going to become not invisible. This is an Ibera. There was one point where I needed that explained, so... Hello, Bati. See what I mean? You turn not invisible. But your abilities are stealthy, despite the chaos. Alrighty.
Archive loaded. Our vessel was called the Tempestarii. Void rescue craft. Missing since the old war.
Wee. Now, if you want to skip ahead, because just to fill in the spy mission, be my guest. Otherwise, we're kind of here for a ride because I am slightly dumb and didn't think maybe I should bring my Volt for this so I can be fast and invisible.
Exemplary service record. Rescue total 2,017 souls. Cited for bravery in the second and third Tharsis engagements. Multiple commendations. A legend.
God, when it comes to like tones and personalities and whatnot, DE always cooks with that. I really love Cephalon Sai. I wish like There was like, I really like Ordis. I would never trade Ordis out in the Orbiter, but I wish like there were like ways to take your Cephalons to like other aspects of the game with you. Like there's like a whole way to it's like a skin for your Sentinel, and it kind of makes it to where Ordis is in the mission with you, kind of. I wish there was something like that with Psy, but we have not had a Psy reified like we have a Ordis reified. Don't look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you know, if you know, you know. You know. If you know, you know. All right, what do we got? Elope. Zip past you here. Wee, no. Oh, embarrassing. Wee. Oh, wee. Oh, wee. I use a lot of ciphers, and that's why, because I kind of suck at it.
Lost during a void storm of unprecedented magnitude. Interesting. Final mission contains a black mark. Refusal to withdraw. Logs record final transmissions. Calling into the void before being engulfed. She has been calling ever since. The Tempestarii went down saving lives. She still waits for an answer.
Wee. In the Ismarian Mach 1 pretty. Yeah, if yours doesn't look like this, if you don't see this skin in the skin store for your Railjack, that's because you also get this skin from the quest, because this is the Tempestarii skin. I threw this skin on so fast. Oh, can't move. Whee.
Another job well executed.
Now, if you can't even, like, find a clan to get into for your Railjack stuff, like, get into these. It's gonna do you so much good. Go to the Chronia Relay and just go ham with your guns, because this is actually a halfway decent. It's not my kind of, this one doesn't really fit my playstyle, but it's not bad. It's not a bad upgrade.
Final rescue. Saving us may enable her to complete her duty.
And see, like, real quick, this is what I mean. Like, I run this clan, this is my clan. I have a bunch of stuff researched for any newcomers that need some kind of decent build. I have some options. It really works out. For example, for my weaponry, I have the Carcinox stuff. I'm really hoping for another Veeder Mark III Carcinox for this, because this does crap load of damage. And if I had to make a for sure recommendation, keep your Tycho Seeker. Don't use anything else. The Tycho Seeker is great for destroying those really pesky cruise ships. It's absolutely fantastic. As I said, we're going in with no mods. Now my intrinsics is a different story. I can't just downgrade intrinsics, unfortunately, for the video. But yeah, getting your Railjack intrinsics up really helps. Even if something doesn't seem like it's going to help, just upgrade the next thing you can afford that has the most likely chance to help in some kind of scenario. And go to Ticker in Fortuna and get yourself a crew. This is really nice to have. Oh, that's probably why she runs the Simulor. She's a Suda engineer. Yeah, see, Tempestarii Railjack skin. I have the Cherry Tree Glyph and the Esmerian Mach 1. Now, these can really be anything, just upgrade them as you see fit. I'm kind of going for like good armor, good speed type thing. And then just the best damage buffs I can get with my playstyle. Yeah, that's kind of how the building works. It's the same way in the Chronia Relay if you do not have a dojo like me. I have a very, very lovely person that decorates my dojo. She is still working on stuff, but this is probably one of my favorite things. This took her a little bit of time, but it came out really well. You can just kind of... It's not even what the video is about, and I'm just showing it off. I really like my decorations, if you haven't noticed. This would make a good spot for some, like, pictures. Dang, look at that. That's neat. Alrighty. What do you say we hop back in and get the next part of the quest going? Actually, I'm pretty sure I need to go back. Yeah, there's nothing in the top right, so we gotta go back to the orbiter and get started on that. We gotta work on keeping me from being distracted, y'all. If you're watching me, you're working with someone with ADHD. As I pull a muscle in my shoulder. Just style blue. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll do a more in-depth build with the Railjack and more in-depth build with some of my frames. I have some really great builds that have evolved over time that just best suits almost every general mission, including the deep and temporal Archimedes, Netracells, and more. So Steel Path level stuff, you know?
Who waits for the shadow? Possibility. Friend-foe identification protocol. Loading Orokin-era distress countersigns. Prepare to disengage void drive.
So say, give me a waypoint.
Orokin-era distress signal. Here goes nothing. Tempestarii has lowered shields. Crew, your presence is requested aboard the Tempestarii.
I really appreciated the Void Storm stopped tearing my ship apart as I did this. Watch this film mission real quick. Alright.
You have been invited into an unknown realm. Tread lightly. Shadow. Concentrated void energy. He is not conventionally alive. Their final rescue. The location data is corrupted. He cannot retrieve it. We can help. Data restored. Downloading coordinates. Brace.
Their shields are down! Oh, sweet Tenno! You went and lulled the beast to sleep for me. How kind!
Well, that hurt. That wasn't very
I
nice.
was working in an exosuit when the Tempestarii destroyed Lucretia platform. I drifted for days among the frozen fragments of my crew. My sisters. I dreamed their dead, gaping mouths were singing with me yet. So it's into the void, now me girls and me boys. From
this
others'
mission
hands
slaps.
we go. We'll be sailing to the sun till the voyage is done. Then we'll be sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below. We're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below. Our sailing ships for the hard and the quick. We roll our load and go. There's a living to be made, or there's hell to pay when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below. We're going where the winds don't blow. Guess we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below. There's a man on high with the devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told. It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below. We're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
The meteors are taking care of everyone for me.
Oh, sisters, you so wise and true. When it's my time to go, won't you lay me down under granum crowns, and I'll be sleeping in the cold below, below.
countermeasures.
Today we sail on the solar rail, for there's much we just don't know. So farewell with a kiss, then it's fast for the mist, till we're all sleeping in the cold below.
Multi-phasic beings have the Tempestarii imprisoned. Solution: junk the beam generator.
Yeah, so like,
My kind are the only monsters this system needs, Tenno. We have no time for old ghosts. I shall rip that ship to pieces and eat its heart.
Objective: collapse the anchor field. Corpus V4 Alpha protocols. How retro. Countermeasures have been activated. Destroy them. I cannot work like this. Those jamming drones are a serious problem. Progress halted.
yeah, the quest kind of slaps. It's you're gonna have a really good time with it, like once you're getting past like the more difficult stuff. But some people kind of enjoy that. Some of us have gamer rage. Who knows?
Override terminal located. Pull the plug.
Nope, there's the door. Feels like I missed that by a mile. Let's get out of here.
We'll sift through the wreckage instead. Tracers locked. Engage.
Back to the Tempestarii. Now. Tempestarii is charging unidentified countermeasures. Stay in range. SWAT down pests.
So you just kind of aimlessly do this for a minute. You get to kind of play around with the Tempestarii itself, which is going to be like the only time you do that. Because otherwise, the Tempestarii is Sevagoth's ship. So, just keep that in mind.
The storm. Hull rupture. Breach risk. Omnis needed.
So we are like going to die.
are part
I
of
hope you're not watching this in a dark room.
Enter Void. Search and rescue. We must complete the Shadow's final mission. Together.
Dark room watchers, I apologize.
Cephalon Size Report. Tempestarii. Final Voyage. Today, a centuries-long journey ended. Together, we braved a turbulent void. Deep within, he who had been lost was found.
That ship is kind of spooky. What a proper ghost ship, you know?
Sevagoth, a Warframe believed lost to the void forever. His energy almost extinct. With his last spark of life, Sevagoth embraced his shadow once again, and both were at peace.
Alrighty. Yeah, that is the
Another job
called
well executed.
Tempestarii. You're now you're gonna have, like I said before, you're gonna have a much harder time than what I just had, but try to get into a clan. If you're in a clan, go get those research weapons and equip them. You will thank me later. It will get you through most of the Proximas and you'll be able to get all the mods you need to mod your railjack as well. If there's anything you guys think I missed, please let me know in the comments. I'm wanting to improve my content as I go along. This is something I really want to keep doing, so any support is appreciated, and if there's anything you guys would like to see, let me know. I did this quest first, mostly because of a special request. So yeah, just like, subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I will see you guys next time. I believe that's it. Peace out, Tenno.